Once again today. Our little problem is been rectified and taken care of. Going back to why you should pre-trip your vehicle regularly. Right there, that little clamp right there, that shiny unit between the two. And went way down there and was hanging out with the other one, which I don't know where it's at. The one that was broken previously. It's not important. Anyhow, yeah. So yeah, the problem is rectified. I'm anticipating my fuel mileage to go back up to 16 miles per gallon now because of that right there. And I thought that my exhaust was sounding weird lately. Whenever I was releasing the throttle, I could hear the turbo sound real loud. And I thought, wow, I love that sound of the turbo. And I shouldn't have been hearing that. I shouldn't have been hearing anything at all. This is with it. See? Couldn't hear that at all. Yep. Thank you, sir. Right there is the offending part right there. And then I have two nuts on it. Ha ha! So that it's not likely to come loose again. And then I had to buy a 11mm wrench, which I need to put the vent caps on top of this roof to make it into a little poor man's RV. I'm not going to get totally towards the poor man's RV, but yeah, I'm going to put vents in there on the roof. There it is right there, the little silver thing, the disc. And here, I'll show it to you. Give me 1 second. This is the little unit I got off of Craigslist. The guy was asking $110 each for these units. And some finagling and haggling. I ended up paying $70 for both. Got a little fan in there. And right there is the mating surface. And then this pops open whenever you need it. And I'm going to install a switch for these wires right here. And I'm going to get the wires from here. Cut a hole. That's going to get underneath there. Up there. And then on the third panel and the next to last panel, it's going to have one of these. They're nice and slim. So this much, 2 to 3 inches of it is going to be above the roof line, and that's not going to be visible from the roadside. So I'm going to remain stealth camping and be able to have a vent with a fan. So when it gets really hot in here, I can just pop that vent open and have all the heat escape out of the roof of my vehicle, so I don't have to resort to emergency measure number 2, which is that inverter and the wires going underneath that plate to another plate that's right there, the horizontal one, and then to this vertical to this horizontal, and a hole there, and that right there will be mounted right there against the wall. And then I can run that air conditioner, and I've already tested it. It runs that air conditioner runs off that inverter with no problem at all. Then I can also run that microwave, which I purchased to run in my Schneider truck, and never ever in the 2 years that I have the balls to hook up that inverter, which I purchased like the second or third day I was in the Schneider truck. And in hindsight, I can say this now. I cut holes in several Schneider trucks in anticipation of installing that inverter. I even had the rubber grommets and everything. I just never did go through the rest of the end. Because the first time I did it, I ended up trading out trucks. I ended up going through 7 trucks before I found the truck I really wanted. It is truck number 12558, which I will purchase in approximately 6 months for $38,000. I'll pay cash to Schneider for it, just because I know of all the wonderful good things it has in there that I put in it by being a good steward of company equipment. New oil pump, new injectors, all 6, new brake chambers, all new virgin tires, and by that time it will only have 40,000 miles on the tires. I don't remember the extensive list of things I had done to that truck. 6-wheel alignment, 3-axle alignment. It's got a new door on it. Yeah, a whole list of really, really good stuff. Oil pressure sensor, enough to makes it worth me to buy that truck, because I want it, and I'll need that tool for something else, a project I have later on in the line, which involves me owning a 18-wheeler and trailer, a double drop trailer, which I will not be hauling other people's freight or anything for hire. It will basically be my high-tech travel trailer for me hauling my working tools, such as concessions equipment and my sorry ass. I will use that as a very expensive travel trailer, and I will run biodiesel in it and pay for diesel as little as possible. I'll probably even have a biodiesel plant in it. The end result is $80,000 weekends at bare minimum to over $1 million weekends on the Extreme. I only need the Extreme to happen once or twice a year. I would like to average about $300,000 or $400,000 with about 20 good weekends of $80,000. With the $300,000 or $400,000 happening, maybe 15 times a week, and 2 to 10 $1 million weekends, with everything else, all the little $80,000 weekends, just keeping the company alive, paying bills, and getting the materials necessary to do the big weekends, and also to invest into other opportunities of a higher caliber. But you know, hey, right now I'm still happy with the little things in life right there. A simple fucking hose clamp. Wow. Oh, speaking of which, let me check out this other one here. Oh, that's solid. That's on there good. And that one, I think the problem was I tightened it down when it was hot. And since it was hot, it was expanded, and then it contracted. It gave it room to wiggle loose. I also did not use this type of nut that I used on here, which has a little piece of metal on the top that makes it go a locking nut. Now, here's the wiring I'm going to use for my other part of the project, which is to put the vent cap up yonder, and also to hook up the switches. I have switches, and I have a switch, which is going to be for on and off, and then I need to get another one for in or out, and and I have lots of butt connectors, which only need 3 or 4 for this part of the project. And I also have plenty of wiring to attack the other small problem, which is the dash lights don't work. I wiggled these wires a few times and the lights came on. So that tells me the problem is not the switch, but one of these wires right here. So I gotta take this dash off, release this faceplate, and then trace these wires all the way back and use a continuity tester and wiggle them around and see which one is the problem. Could be just connector in the back of the fuse box. I'm not sure. It's not something I want to get to this late in the day. It's 7 p.m. and I want to do at least 6 hours of allotted time for that. And tomorrow I need to do some code calling to festivals. So I've been driving this truck for 2 months without it. After tomorrow, I will be going back to work, twisting the balloons. I will be getting on the train at 10 a.m. and heading to downtown Chicago. And I think I'm going to try a new spot. I'm going to try to probably gangster the spot in front of the Rainforest Cafe again. If not, just get inside the place. Their balloon twister is fucking piss poor. Oh wow, he does a T-Rex, and that's only modestly average. Do I have a T-Rex? No, it's better than my T-Rex in that I don't have one. But if I were to not donate, if I were to, I can't think of the word right now. If I were to give myself to making a better one, I would give myself 2 days to do it, and then I would probably make a far superior one. It's like 3 balloons, 4, 5, and it's really kind of chintzy looking. It's kind of small. It's like 20 years ago balloon art. You know, God bless him, but that's the only good thing that kid has in his arsenal. He does like 5 different things. He doesn't really deserve to have a place like Rainforest Cafe where you can make $2,000 or $3,000 a day. That's literally a waste of a good spot for somebody who has the amount of talent that they need to be in there. They should be learning somewhere else. That's why I don't mind going out and gangstering the fuck out of that place. I'll make them for people on the way in and on the way out. I did that one time before, and the owners of the restaurant came out there and asked me to leave. They said, "We have a balloon artist in here." I was like, "So? This is a public sidewalk. I'm out here to make money. And the foot traffic that goes to your place is none of my concern. I'm just taking advantage of it. And I know that they have money." Yeah. I'll not be gangstered on a public fucking street. But I do digress. Oh. Well, this area was free of things. And now it's reaccumulating. This TV was good. And then I put something on it temporarily. And then I forgot about it. It was my little balloon suitcase. Went down the road, crap, bouncy, 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 bouncy. Crack. I feel like a fucking asshole, you know? I should have just left it for somebody else to pick it up. It was really nice. It was $1,000 new. You know, I took away somebody else's opportunity. I really apologize to the universe for that one. Okay, so next on the list for today, get the doghouse back on. Get up there, cut some holes, and at least have a vent. If not powered vents, at least vents before it gets hot again. And then arrange these shelves. I'm not getting rid of that box until I'm sure the unit actually works. Pretty sure it works, but you know, I don't like taking shit like. That's why I still have the heater buddy box. But now that I'm sure that it works properly, I can divest myself of that box. Some of these totes can go. I have an absolute surplus of totes, many of which are a quality of is inferior to my needs, and also redundantly surplus. I've actually already gone through that shelf. I need everything there. There's 2 Sawzalls right there. I'm going to be getting rid of. I'm going to be some of these totes are only half full. I can actually probably compress all these belongings into a much smaller area. And then I got to go through my clothing and make an inventory and see how many Hawaiian shirts I need to get. I need another pair of shoes. I want to keep these boots somewhere because they still fit me. And if they are, one is 1 pair old, when the other one is a year old, they're still good for me to wear for working on things and walking around the woods where I don't want to wear these. Get the propane tank filled up, make my bed, and then I think I could get all this stuff right here onto one side, and then I want to make a hole here for the sink, or I don't know, because that tire is there and I don't want to get rid of that tire. I might actually need that tire one day, so maybe I'll take the electric wires over here and put a piece of tape over them, and or maybe just run into that channel right there and then tape it down on the floor there, and then over to here, and then I can put that air conditioner here where this is, and then I'll build my kitchen right here, being as these shelves right here will be gone when this is the ice cream truck, or maybe I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be getting rid of these shelves, but that's why I was thinking about this shelf right here, because I know for sure the window is going to go where that heater buddy box is. So maybe I should make the sink over there, and then the sink receptacle can go, the receptacle tank can go right there where the propane bottle is, and then the water tank can go there, and the kitchen stuff can go here, so I cannot have to run the wires across the floor. I can put right there, I can put the microwave, and then away from walls I'll put the griddle, and then I'll put the one-eye burner over there, and then I can use this space right here for dry goods or whatnot. And I'll probably always need that stuff, even when it's not, even when it is an ice cream truck. I could probably go to like a small park or whatnot and gangster some tacos out, like you just do undercover. I'll just tell people, hey, I got tacos. Or would that be just the smell of me cooking the taco meat? And then have right there, you know what, I'll just buy like a little mini, because I only have to have enough room. The sink only has to be big enough to cover over half of the item you need to wash. Well, the items I would need to wash for the griddle would be a spatula and a set of a serving spoon to pick the meat up out of the yeah, I think I'll get a small sandwich making station too, probably about 2 foot wide, for making tacos, and then that could use, it'll still be underground taco truck. But anyways, it's almost 20 minutes, and I'm starting to get redundant here. And here's another plus. I can walk through there. Like, subscribe, comment. Like, subscribe, comment. Bye.